Alright, so question 1, any issue? You have to use a maths library from here. Generate the output in this format as we have a numbers and square root header. Okay, this is a header. So we try to use a header, system.out printf to print the header, the numbers and the square root. %s here means that it's a string data type. Of course, if you want to use a system.out print line, then you can do number /t, right? In between here /t. But sometimes the /t is quite difficult for you to adjust the spacing. Okay, so I rather using system.out print f format. Okay, system.out print format to print out these two string, %s. So once you try to run this code, it's almost the same thing as system.out print. Okay, so try out this part. Yeah, check for your result. You get a number and square root printed. Okay, very slow. For this one, number, the first %s going to print out this number. Then followed by one space, the spacing. Okay, there's one spacing here. Then continue by another %s. Okay, right? So no issue to print out these two. Then for this question, we'd like you to print the number from 0 until 20. Each time increase by 2. So I have a for loop here. I plus change to I plus equal to 2. Okay, I plus equal to 2. Okay, try to print out the result. Same thing, system.out print here. Okay, system.out print. I'm using the same thing, system.out print f. Then the first data I'm going to print here is a number. Number is an integer data type. Okay, it's a digit. Here is a digit. Digit are using %d. %d for digit. Okay, then followed by one /n. Go to the new line, /n. I'm going to print out this I. Okay, so once you run the code, you should be able to get these results from 0 until 20. No, you should write this part. Okay, get the number from 0 until 20. Then how to get the square root? Using the math function, anyone? I need to print out this number using maths library. So how to code? Math stop. The square root straight away. Math stop square root. But this math stop square root, we're going to return the answer. So once you return the answer, you need to give a placeholder to hold the data. This I we're going to hold inside this %d. So once you return the number for this square root, I'm going to return it to one placeholder %. Percent what? Master square root return what data type? Double using floating %f. Okay, %f. So once you test this project again, you're going to see I got the answer %d, one space, followed by %f. So this is a digit, followed by one space, then followed by the results. But now I need to do the alignment. Okay, I want it to be the 0.0 here. I want it to be displayed below the column S. Okay, below the column S. So how to do that? Last time you're using /t, right? Okay, /t can do so, but the alignment is very difficult to adjust. Okay, I want it to display below the S. So how to control? You need to know how many columns, right? From here to here, how many spacing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that means that this is number 8. Okay, so I can say the number I'm going to reserve is a 6 plus 1 spacing. 60. 60 means that I'm going to reserve 6 spacing here. Okay, from here to here, 6 spacing, including 1 space, including 1 space here. So that's for your results. You're going to get this one. From here to here is 6 spacing. Okay, then followed by this. Now I want it to be displayed stuff on the left hand side. What should I do?
Negative.
Negative. So put the negative in front. So test the result one more time. You're going to get this one. Okay. You can adjust the spacing as you like. Let's say now I want to increase the spacing between number and square root. So I can say this one, maybe I reserve 10 spacing. Start on the left hand side, 10 spacing. Now when it reassign from here to here is 10 spacing. So how to adjust the alignment here? I can just follow the number of spacing. Now here is 10 spacing. Now I'm using the 10 also. So test the result, you're going to get this one. Okay, right? So better than using the slash key. Slash key is you cannot control. Okay, right? The question did not mention. Question didn't say how many spacing from here to here, so you just make assumption. Okay, right? One more thing here. From the result, what we get, number of decimal is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 number of spacing. This number of precision. Okay, number of precision here. So how we're going to adjust it? If I want to display only 4. Okay, just in case I would like to display only 4 decimal place. So what to do? This percent F is a number of floating. By default is 6 spaces, 6 decimal places. So here, 0.4. Point means that start from the floating point. Okay, the number of point. Then after the point, I need to have 4 numbers. Okay, 4 number after point. So now that's the result. You should get only 4 numbers decimal display. Okay, this question just wants you to know how to use a %D, %S, okay, system.printf. Okay, right? Okay, then take a look on the question number 2. Read through the question first. Okay, read through the question maybe 2 minutes time. See whether you understand what question 1. Okay, read through the question number 2. Okay. Understand what question requirement? Question 2. Go through the question already. control space. Control space. Okay, the equation number 1 and equation number 2, basically you need to do the same thing, come out the result in this way. But equation 1 using the maths library files for square root. Equation 2 say that you do not allow to use the maths library. Okay, instead of using this one, you have to write your own square root function. Okay, the square root methods. Okay, how to do the square root method, the algorithm is given here. Okay, a very long description how to find the square root. Alright? Okay, once you go through here, do you know how to find? How you're going to find a square root? Let's say now I want you to find the square root for 5. Square root for 4, you know, right? Square root for 4 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. So how about square root for 5? Without the calculator, how are you going to find it? Any idea? Okay, square root for 5. Square root for 4, you know is equivalent to 2. Square root for 5, it must be 2 by something, right? Okay, it's greater than 4. So 5 is greater than 4, it must be 2 by something here. So how to find it? From 1 to 5, what we need to do, we try to find out the middle point. Okay, number 5, it means that the square root for 5 is 4 in between 1 to 5. Okay, right? So what is the middle numbers here? How to get the middle? This one plus this one divided by 2. Okay, so you get the answer 6 divided by 2 is 3. Okay, so now you check for the midpoint. 3 times 3 equivalent to 9. Is it the answer? Is the answer 5? No, right? Then what to do? This number is greater than 5. That means that the square root for number 5 is 4 in between 1 to 3. Okay, 4 in between here. The number is greater than 5 already. So 5. Continue to find 1 until 3. Get the middle numbers here. Okay, right? So 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 divided by 2, you get answer is 2 lah. Okay, so again you do the same thing. 2 times 2 equal to 4. 4 less than 5. That means that this is still not the answer. Okay, then continue try to find out from 2 to 3. Get the middle points again. Okay, right? So continue the looping until you get the answer 5. Then the midpoint here is the answer for the square root. Okay, right? So the question asks you to do in this way. No? First of all, okay, we try to write a new program, come up with new files. Okay, create a new files. I call it as a question 2. Okay, then come out one function. Okay, I call it as a square root. Name I call it as MQRT, square root double num. Okay, you pass in the numbers, then the answer is written in double data types. Okay, right? Okay, from here they say for the number greater than 1. Okay, greater than 1, what to do? What number greater than 1? That means that if the user pass in the value here is greater than 1. Okay, right? So what we need to do now, if number greater than 1, what you need to do? Okay, for the number greater than 1, what to do? You have to set the lower limit and the upper limit. Okay, lower limit as I mentioned just now. Let's say number 5. You need to start from 1 to 5. So 1 is a lower, 5 is a highest. So we need to set the lower limit to 1, upper limit to the number itself. If you want to find the number 5, so upper limit to 5. So what to do now? Okay, so we need to have two variables here. Okay, double lower limit. I call it as the L. This is not 1. L limit, lower limit to 1. Okay, sorry, this is a variable declaration. Lower limit and upper limit. Okay, initial to 0. So when you get a number equal to 1, lower limit assigned to 1. Okay, upper limit assigned to the number itself. Okay, the number you pass in. Okay, right? Clear this one, Okay, what else question say after you find it? After you set the limit for lower and upper, okay, then continue to determine the midpoint. Midpoint, that means that let's say 1, 5, the midpoint is 3. So you need to determine the midpoint. So again, same thing, I need to have one more variable called midpoint. Okay, same thing, I assign the 0 first. Okay, after you get this one, midpoint, how to count the midpoint, how to get? Divide upper and lower plus together. So lower limit plus upper limit. Okay, divided by 2. Divided by 2, so you get this midpoint. Okay, after you get the midpoint, what else? Lower and upper limit, and check whether the number evaluate the square. Evaluate the square, as example, I do 3 times 3. Okay, 3 times 3. Okay, so I call this one. Again, I need to have one variable, temporary variables. This is a square. Square for midpoint. Okay, square root for the square for the midpoint is midpoint times midpoint, the square. Okay, evaluate the midpoint. Okay, the square of the midpoint, the square of midpoint. Then what you do after you get this? Okay, the square of the midpoint greater than the numbers, the number you pass in. So we say if this square of the midpoint greater than the number you pass in, what to do? Okay, right? What to do? It is greater than the number. Okay, the square root method must move the upper limit to the midpoint. Example 3 times 3, you get 9, right? 9 is greater than 5. So the next process you need to get from 1 to 3. 3 is the upper limit. Okay, set the limit, upper limit to the midpoint. So what to do here? You need to say upper limit now is equivalent to the midpoint. Otherwise, okay, upper limit equal to the midpoint. Similarly, if the square midpoint less than the number, so now you need to move lower to the midpoint. So else here, lower. Lower limit equivalent to midpoint. Alright. After moving appropriate limit, the square root method must evaluate the new midpoint. That means that you need to repeat. Okay. After you get 1 to 3, then you repeat the same steps again. Same step again until you found the answer, until the desired precision is obtained, until you found the answer. So means that this process we're going to repeat. After you set a lower limit here, then you're going to come back to here again. Okay, this is a looping. Do while. Okay, what is a stopping condition? You need to continue loop until you found the answer. Okay, continue loop until you found the answer. So now the question says until the desired precision. Where is the precision? Desired precision is here. Mentioned in the point number 3, the required precision. Okay, required precision you need to find the floating point number until 8 significant digits. Okay, so let's say now I try to find this number, 2 point something. Okay, so 2 point something here times 2 point something here. If you get the answer equivalent to 4.999 something something. Okay, this number is very close to number 5 already, right? Okay, I can say this 2 point something will be a square root for number 5. But how many decimal precision? You need to count until 8 significant here. Okay, that means that the difference must be 0.0000 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then only we consider it's the same. If the difference only 0.1, then it's too big. Okay, that means that let's say now I get the answer here 0.900. This one and this one is the same? No, it's still not considered. You need to get the until 0.0001 difference. Okay, only you say it's the same. So 8 significant digit here. Okay, right? Okay, how to do that? Okay, how to do that? You need to divide the difference between the limit. Okay, divide the difference between the limit. How to get the difference between the limit? Difference means minus, right? Okay, the minus are upper limit and lower limit. You try to minus these two. Okay, let's come up here. Difference means minus the upper limit, minus up lower limit. This is a difference between the limit. But one more thing, that the difference can have a negative data or not. Example, I ask you the difference between 1 and 2. How many numbers different? 1 and 2? 1, right? 2 and 1? 1 also, right? No negative difference. Difference 1. Number 2 and 1, different number is 1 numbers. Okay, so different here cannot have a negative, but if you're using the minus here, there is a possible return negative data to you, right? Okay, there is a possible. How am I going to turn this number to positive? Using square is positive, but I want after square the difference change, right? Let's say 2 square, you get a false already. So what I can do? Which max function allow you? Max stop. You heard about this function? ABS, absolute number. Okay, this absolute numbers. If the argument is not negative, that means that if the number is positive, we're going to return the same data. If the number is negative, then we do the negation. Okay, if let's say I pass in negative data, you are going to turn it to positive. It's positive, then return the number itself. It's the same data, return, nothing change. So we say absolute here. Okay, so we get a difference between the limit. Okay, after you get the difference between the limit, divide this number by lower limit. Okay, divide this number by lower limit. Okay, so we get this number difference between the limit divided by lower limit. What else? Less than 1 to 10 power 8. 1 divided to 10 power 8. That means that 8 significant here. Then if the number is less than 0.0001, you have to stop. Okay, if the difference is greater than, you need to continue. Okay, so when this number, the value will continue when the difference is greater than, you can say 0.00001, right? Okay, but the question don't ask you to do this way. The question say that using 1 divided by 10 to power of 8. E is exponent. Okay, E is exponent based on the question here. Less than 1 divided by 10 to power 8, you have to do the stop. Okay, it's greater than, you need to continue. Okay, this part done. Okay, what else? Okay, to minimize the error, the square root method should return the final limit, the midpoint between the final limit. So in here, you cannot just return midpoint. Even though we know that the midpoint is the answer. After you get the numbers, the difference is less than 0.0001. The midpoint is the answer. Correct? But now the question says don't straight away return the midpoint. You need to get the final limit. That means that what is a final upper limit, what is a final lower limit. Okay, so we do in this way. Okay, lower plus upper divided by 2. Lower plus upper divided by 2. This is a midpoint. Okay, the midpoint for final limit. Okay. Okay, done until here. So point number 1 finish. Point number 3 also finish. So let's test for the results. Done this part. Okay, let's try to see whether it works or not. Okay, system now the print. Let's say now I want to find out the square root for number 4. Okay, this square root don't use a math library. This square root belongs to the function name here, the square root. This is a function, square root function. Okay, let's try and see whether you get this result. I get 0.00001, right? 8 significant digit, right? Get that? 1.99999 here. But if you do the casting, let's say I want to cast to 4 decimal places, it will auto round off to 2. Okay, right? You can try in here, system down the print F. Let's say I would like to print now in 4 decimal place. Okay, 4F, 4 decimal place. That means that you're going to get the answer is 2. Okay, then you have to continue the others, try to finish it. Point number 2. Okay, point number 2, point number 4 and 5. Okay, this one and this one we haven't done. Okay, try to complete it. Okay, modify slightly, a minor modifications only. Can get the result, right? Okay, try out to print out system data print the numbers. Okay, let's say I want to get the number 25. You should get the answer 5. Square root for 25. Okay, so I get the number 5 written correct. Okay, take maybe in 5 minutes time. 5 minutes time. Finish out point number 2, 4 and 5. Yeah, 2, 4, 5. Okay, this one, I'm done. Any question yet? This part? Point number 2. Okay, point number 2. So we continue. For the number less than 1. First, we have the condition if number greater than 1. So continue here. Else if number less than 1. What to do? Okay, for number less than 1, algorithm is the same thing, except initial lower limit to the number itself and upper limit to the 1. So means opposite of these two. Okay, the question says upper limit to the number and lower limit to 1. Just in case I pass in the value, let's say 0 point something, 0.5 or 0.25. Okay, if I not have a number less than 1 and 0 point something, then this is a way to find our limit, lower limit. Okay, assign these two. Anything else? Okay, done this one. The square root method must return exact. Okay, before we try it out for the last 2 points. Okay, continue this one. Example, let's say I would like to look for the square root for 0.25. Okay, 0.25. So to get the answer 0.5 return is correct. Alright. Okay, add it in this part. Okay. Okay, so move on. Next one. Okay, the square root method must return exact value for special condition. Special condition for number 0. Square root for 0 is what? Square root for 0 is 1. Square root for 0 is 1. 0, right? Square root for 0 is 0. Square root for 1 is 1. 0 times 0 is 0. 1 times 1 is 1. Okay, so we get this condition else again. If the numbers equal to 0 or the number equal to 1. Okay, then what you need to do? Return back the number itself. Okay, that means that no need to count. Once you get a special condition, num equal to 0, num equal to 1. Okay, no need to do all these things. Direct return the same numbers. Alright. Okay, what else? Okay, if let's say you want to calculate for the square root negative, nothing, right? You cannot find the answer for square root negative. So now what to do? Display the message. That means that display error message. So we continue here. Can I put the else condition here? That means that can I say if this one less than 0? Less than 0 is a negative data. Okay, less than 1 is still has 0 point something. Okay, less than 0 means that negative data. Can I put the else here? No, why? Let's say I pass in the value negative 1. Which condition is met? Example, I pass in negative 1. If I pass in negative 1 greater than 1? No, right? No. Negative 1 less than 1? Yes. Yeah, so this one will be executed. So you cannot put the else condition at the last. So what to do? We put it on top. Okay, if the num less than 0, okay, what to do? We print out the error. Print out error using system error. Okay, error invalid input. Okay, you print out the message invalid input. After you print out the message, terminate the program. How to terminate? System dot exit. System dot exit. Don't put the system exit 0. 0 means that nothing's wrong. Okay, nothing's wrong. So we put other than 0. This is an error. Okay, now test one more time. Now in case I pass in the data negative. Okay, negative 0.25. So you should get the answer here. Say error invalid input. From here, system error print. Okay, system error print invalid input, and the output, not output, status returns. Status return -1. Okay, this -1 indicate the error puts. Error puts. Sometimes you go online and search, you found that error 404. Okay, 404 means the file not found. Okay, in case you get this error 404, this one you usually see 404 error code. Okay, something wrong with the process. You cannot find the files. The file is missing. So this is a status. So you see the same thing. This -1 is just a status. Stated program is terminated with something error, with some error. Okay, right? Got. So you copy the codes from the question number 1. Copy this one. For loop. Copy everything from the question 1. Put it into the question 2. Put it inside the question 2. Instead of using the max library, you change it to your own library this time. Okay, for this one, don't use a max.square, using the function square. This one, function square, written by yourself. You should get the same result returned. Like the question 1, you should get this result returned. Same thing. Okay, 0 equal to 0.5. Something is wrong. 0 equal to 0.5. Okay, let me check for this. Wait for a while. All improve function. Just now get
Is it the valve condition?
Valve condition. Do valve.
Bracket.
This one.
Yeah.
Difference between the limit divided by the lower limit, right? Difference between the limit by the lower limit. Yes, sir.
So, but our computer we get the correct answer.
Your PC
The bracket.
No bracket, I believe it's the same thing.
Yeah, something.
You want that?
Yeah, it's correct. It's same with your.
You want that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, now you continue for the next one. I check for my case. Your one confirm correct, lah?
Yeah.
So be. Yep.
Can you go update to the LC?
Go to else.
There's remove the else. For me, I remove the else. It's fixed.
Remove this one.
No, the else.
Oh yeah,
Then one else after the
Oh, yeah.
else.
Put this one as standard. Okay.
Run without the else should work.
Okay, correct. Okay, thank you. Additional else here just now. Okay, question 3. Question 3 almost the same thing. This question testing on the looping and also system dot printf function. Okay, that means that you have to control the number spacing. Okay, alignment spacing. Okay, so try question 3. Okay, for question number 3, they say write a class name called unit converter. So we do the same thing. The question say a new class name called unit converter. So I need to come up one class called unit converter here. Okay, question 3, main function inside question 3. Main function, you put it under question 3. Then you create another additional class called unit converter. Okay, function is given here. Copy paste. Okay, what to return? Inch to centimeter. 1 inch, how many centimeter? From here, 1 inch is equivalent to 2.54. Okay, if I pass in the 1 inch over here, you're going to get 2.54 centimeter. Okay, right? So now we do the same thing here, the inch times 2.54. Same thing happened to the others. Return in the reverse. This one will be cn divided by 2.54. Okay. Okay, unit converter done. Okay, what else? Write the main method. Okay, so continue. Write the main method here. Okay, output display this format. Okay, system.out.print. We try to print out. One, two, 3, 4. 4 string. S here stands for the string. So we need to print out 4 string data. Inches, centimeter. Okay, no issue, right? This person asks placeholder to hold the numbers, to hold the string inch, centimeter for the second, third centimeter, then the last one inches. Okay, then again we need to have looping. Okay, the question you need to look from 1 to 10. What is the data type? Floating numbers, right? Okay, so we don't use the int here. Don't go and use the int. We can try to use the floating numbers. I start from 1, then I less equal to 10, I plus plus. Then we do that again. System.print. Okay, let's try that for the first one. This is a floating number 1f, not L. 1. Okay, why 1? Because I need to have 1 decimal place. Okay, 1 decimal place. So 1f. Print out and see the number for I. Yeah, I put a /n. Okay, so test, and you should be able to see the answer from 1 to 10. See this, 1.0, 2.0 until 10. After that, The second value you need to print 1 inch equivalent to 2.54 centimeter. So now the second placeholder is a floating numbers also, right? Okay, this is a floating number with 2 decimal places. So we say that for 2F, 2 decimal place. Okay, how to get this number? Unit converter. This is converting the inch to cm. Okay, that's for the result. So you get something look like this: 1.0 inch equivalent to 2.54 cm. Alright, then you can just adjust number of spacing. Okay, try to assume that from inch to centimeter here. Okay, from the output, the given something like this, the additional spacing. So maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's a 6 characters, right? Maybe I assign it to 10 spacing. Okay, maybe I assign to 10. That means that from the I until C here, okay, assume it's a 10 spacing. So we try to make it 10s. Okay, I assign 10 spacing for this. Okay, start from the left hand side. Same thing also, I assign 10 spacing for the first, okay, for the first I. Now you're going to get the result in this way. So from here to here is 10 spacing. This 10s. Another one from here to here is another 10 spacing. So align according to the numbers. Okay, the rest is the same thing, you can just adjust it. Okay, let's try to finish up this part. How to get number 5? From 1. This is the index, right? Index 1, 2, 3 until 10. From 1, how to get 5? 1 times 5. 2 times 5, 10. Okay, 3 times 5, 15. So number times 5. Okay, so continue. Percent. This is 1 decimal place also by 1F. Okay, will be I times 5. Okay, check for the results. So you get 1, 5, 10, 15, 24, and so on. But you need to adjust the alignment. You see the alignment here is not aligned properly. Okay, try to adjust it and print out the last number. Okay, try it out yourself in 5 minutes time. Finish all question 3. Go out to return. Okay, once you do the alignment, you should get something like this. Alignment. For me, I put it as a 15. 15, 15. Okay, last one, how to do? Unit converter. Same thing. This time you need to convert cm to centimeter, right? So cm to centimeter based on this number, I times 5. Okay, check for your results. On haven't bring it up. Percent point how many? By 2f. Okay, now no power in this part. Okay, move on to the next one. Okay, once you finish, take a look on the question 4. Question 4, same thing. Now asked to write the class called average. Okay, demonstrate the method in separate driver program. That means that question number 4, they ask you to split out the files. Okay, now I combine unit converter and question 3 under the same files, right? These two classes under the same files, but question 4 asks you to do it in a separate file. Driver program here means that this one, the main. Okay, so split it into 2 files. Okay, try it out for question 4. Okay, like 10 minutes time. Can get? Okay, done this part. The question asks for overloaded. Okay, overloading function. Overloading function, first of all, the question says write a class. So now you have one special class here called average.java. Okay, one additional class. Okay, inside here you create a new class, name it as a average. Then question 4 is a main program only. Alright. Okay, no issue. And bear in mind that if you want to divide the numbers with 2, integer plus integer are in this class here, calculate average, I pass in integer data type. Okay, integer plus integer, if you divide it by 2 only, you won't get the answer. Example, let's say I pass in 1 and 2. 1 plus 2 is 3, right? 3 divided by 2 is to be 1.5. But due to integer divided by integer, you are going to get the answer is 1 only. Okay, let's try out here. Let's say I put 2 only without by 0. Now come back to my code. I pass in 1 and 2. Okay, 1 and 2, average should be 1.5. But now when you try to run the files, I'm going to get a number 1 only. It should be 1.5 instead of 1. This is an error come out from here. Okay, integer divide the integer, you get integer. So now you need to change it to double. Integer divide double, you're going to get double data type. So test one more time. Okay, you should get 1.5 this time. Okay, bear in mind this one, integer divide integer. At least one should be the double. Return data type for average, of course, is double data type. Okay, now this one. Then the main program can just write any function here. You just call, maybe you call the first one, call the second, or you call all the function. The question asks to demonstrate the use only. How to use? How to call this function in another file? We have to call by using the class name. Okay, class name. This is a name called average. So using average dot followed by the function name. Okay, the method's name here. Okay, finish up this part. No problem right here, you can just copy and paste. Okay, copy paste, add in the z, sy, z. Same thing here, copy paste, change the data type to integer to double. Here I did not put 2.0 because s and y is already double. Okay, so double divide integer, it will be a double also. Finish, right? Okay, the main program can test in any function, any numbers. The numbers do not necessarily to be followed by. You can put all. You can try to put your own number. Any issue here? No? Huh? Okay, this part. Now why you need to split it into two files? Question 3, you can see I put it under the same files here, right? Unit converter and question 3 under the same files. But question 4 asks you to do the splitting into 2. Why splitting into 2? Easier for you to reuse. Okay, all the function you do, you can reuse. So how to reuse this class called average? So let's say now I try to remove this file. Okay, you create one more. You create one more task project. Okay, let's try out in this case. You create a new class one more time. Okay, let's call this file as testing. Okay, just call it as a testing. Okay, public static void main. If I want to calculate the average again, I can just simply call the file average, import this average into the files and take it and use it. Okay, so you don't need to rewrite everything again. Whatever you do, you can take it and reuse it. Okay, so now what I want you to do, try to create a new package. Okay, right click this one, go to the new default, sorry, not default, Java package. Java package. By default, you have a default package here. But now I want to create an additional folder. Package means a folder. In Java, the package means folder. So this folder, maybe I call it as my max. You have your own max library. Maybe I want to create my own max library files. Okay, so I call the package name as my max. Okay, done. So you should get this folder ready. My max package here. Okay, package, put it as a lowercase. Okay, my max start from the lowercase. Package name start from lowercase. Class name start from the uppercase. So now after this, you can just copy this file and put it into my max. Okay, copy and paste it. Copy and paste. Paste here. Okay, paste a copy. Okay, don't paste as a reflector. Paste as a copy. That means that here you make one more copy. Average, average. See that? Okay, now you have two average files. One average here, another average is here. Okay, this average file I'm going to use for the question 4. And this average inside the my max. Okay, I'm going to demo to you how to call this file and use it in other place. Okay, right? Okay, you have this package. Same thing now, you can create all the function and put it inside the package, then pass this package to another programmer. So another programmer can take the function and reuse it. Okay, right? So the package here. So go back to your testing.java one more time. Testing.java. Now just in case you want to use it, how I do the import. Last time you learned in your C programming, you can do the import, right? Okay, how to do the import? Import C programming, you call it as an include. So import, which is a file name, my max. So say my max dot, my max cannot be found. My max. Sorry, this one I haven't done something. Okay, you see there is a one error here, right? See this error? Under average.java, well, we have to fix this one first. Okay, so mean to say if you want to put the files under the package, you have to tell the compiler what is the package name for this file. So this is a package my max. They put in these keywords, package my max, then compiler know that this is under the package called my max. Okay, got it? Okay, my max here. So go back to your testing. So once you already put in the my max, the compiler is knowing that my max having the files called average now. So import max Okay, import my max dot average. Okay, right? Then now you can use it. Okay, now you can use it. Let's say system.print. I want to print out the numbers. Average dot calculate. Let's say I pass in the value here, 2 point something, 3 point something, out to you. Okay, import means that you try to get the library from another resource. Okay, especially the library files, the DLL library files. You compile and you put it inside one package, then pass the package to another person to take it and reuse. Not only others person, you can compile, put it inside the package. Then another project you want to use the same thing, you don't need to write all the codes again. Okay, got this? So this is how we're going to reuse it. Import my max dot average. Okay, right? Okay, this part. Okay, right? So move on to the last two questions here. Question number 5. Define the meaning for method overloading. Definition. Essentially, come out the theory question. You have to memorize all the theory terms. Method overloading means what?
There are 3 files in a set.
3 files.
No, 3 files. 3
Method name.
methods.
Okay. Method having the same name.
Yeah.
Same name only. Same name and also different parameters list. Example, this is a one. You have method with the same name, but there is a different parameters. Okay, different parameter only we call method overloading. It's the same parameter list, then we cannot say it's an error. Okay, integer, right? It's the same parameter, only you cause an error. We say that the name is the same, but parameter is different, right? So only we say this is a method overloading. Remember, same name, different parameter list. Okay, ambiguous invocation. Ambiguous invocation means a function call. Okay, when it happens, ambiguous function call. In the notes, right? Yeah, I didn't bring the pen right. There's no notes here. You may refer to your PowerPoint slide. PowerPoint slide. In the lecture, PowerPoint slide say ambiguous invocation referring to you have more than one possible match. Okay, more than one possible match. Example in this case, okay, give you the example again. Let's say I change this one to change to this way. The balik. Okay, this one should be double. This is integer. Now, in case you have a integer double integer, okay, this also consider method overloading, right? Same name but different parameters. Integer double integer difference. But now when you come back to the function call, okay, when you come back to the function call, now compiler tell you something is wrong. Okay, 1 and 2. Okay, you read the message. This message say that ambiguous function call. Read the message from here. This one say that it's ambiguous. Why is ambiguous? Because 1 and 2, it can map to the first condition, right? Integer double, yes, I can pass number 1 to 1 and 2. I can pass number 1 to 1. I can pass number 2 to doubles also. So this is a possible match. Another possible match here, 1 can pass to double, 1 also can pass to integer. So now compiler did not know which one to choose. Okay, it can be this one, it can be this one also. There is no perfect condition here. So this one we call it ambiguous. Okay, ambiguous invocation, ambiguous function call. Alright, if I put it integer, double, now we'll come back to here, there's no more issue because the compiler know that this is an integer data type. The perfect map will be this one, even though this is possible. Okay, this is possible. Like 1 can pass to double, 2 can also pass to double, but the perfect one will be integer. You will choose integer. Right? Okay, so refer to your PowerPoint slide, chapter number 2. I believe this is slide number 15 and this is slide number 18. 15 and 18. Okay, page. Okay, so done chapter 2. Okay, practical 2. Any issue? No, okay, no issue. Okay, no issue. Then group members, group team members, help me to fill in your assignment member list. Remember, by this week, register first. In case anyone left out, I may try to ask them to join others group. Maybe those group have 3 person, then left out 1 person, then I can allow you to join. Or maybe all 4 person already, then left out 1 person. So we decide whether you need to do it solo or you want to join one group with 5 person. Alright? Try to fix 4 person first. In case there is someone left out, then only we decide. Okay? Right, so we stop here for today. Anything before you go? Attendance, remember to sign your attendance. Those coming late, okay, sign for your attendance.